All right. What's up, y'all? It's your host, Most Does the Most. Crispy. Niche food spots are best. Let's see what's going on with this. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow out to the video above on the screen. Damn, I'm kind of running over that fat 700. And let's get on to it, man.
At home to eat, but you also aren't feeling anything like McDonald's. So you just drive around. You know when you're out with your homies at midnight and that hunger just hits? You don't really have anything at home to eat, but you also aren't feeling anything like McDonald's. So you just drive around until you see some scuffed looking shack which reads something like Muhammad's Kebab Shop. The building looks like it's about to collapse, and it's just a matter of time until a restaurant health inspector hears about it. But since you're actually give it a shot, and what do you know? It's the best, better than anything you've had in probably months. Well, that right there is.
I don't know, son. Them random food spots do be hidden, and sometimes you gotta watch out, because I don't know, son. You can't eat food from everybody, though.
Is your local niche food place. Today I'm gonna go over the top reasons why these places hit way harder than the big food chains and how you can actually find them. So let's actually walk through it. Let me hit you with a quick story, because it starts before you even step through the door. I know a spot near me that genuinely looks like a garden shack. For some reason, it has these Christmas LED lights around it, and it just looks like it's genuinely about to collapse at any moment. You step inside and you hear this. It's this small place, and it's nearly fully wooden.
I like a little Chinese spot. The Chinese spots do be hidden, though. I usually get like the chicken with the fries. That orange chicken do be hidden sometimes too. I don't know. I'm not into big with the Chinese food and stuff like that. But I don't know.
Inside. They sell kebab there, but also offer a whole salad buffet, and the coffee has always sat in a pan for at least 8 hours. I swear I've never tasted coffee as burnt anywhere else. But that's the magic, because the lack of polish is honestly part of the charm at this point. All the furniture pieces that don't fit together, looking like the chairs are from completely different design sets. Those seem like red flags at first, but real ones realize to appreciate that. By the time you've been burned enough times by a beautiful, spotless restaurant that serves food with absolutely no soul in it, a place that looks like it's one hygiene inspection away from closing down already has a special place in your heart. Well, now you've overcome the initial doubt and you've actually stepped inside. There's no turning back at this point. And here's the first thing you notice. Is the same 2 or 3 people behind the counter greeting you with a smile instead of a rotating cast of new employees who got trained for 4 hours last Tuesday. Visit this local food place enough times and they start recognizing you. Sometimes they're already starting your order before you even said anything, and you've partially become family. When you're feeling down, you can go dine at Muhammad's Kebab and he'll greet you with the classic, "Hey boss." That's something no food chain could ever do. Customers, because that's years of the same hands doing the same thing, and you can taste it and feel it the second you walk in. Get in there enough times and you might even earn yourself a nickname, which doesn't even have to make sense, and it could be based on literally anything. What you order, what you're wearing, doesn't matter. And now that's just who you are to them forever. Some of these guys start throwing in a free piece of bread or extra fries too once they've clocked you.
Hey, bro, shout out to them people that be throwing the little, extra wing, extra fry, extra like bread in a nigga plate. I'm not gonna hold you. Y'all the MVP, and y'all be wondering why y'all get like a little $20 tip from your boy. Hey, man.
In as a recurring customer. But while you wait to order, your eyes go to the menu, and this is where the adventure starts. Sure, there are safe options, which 90% of customers ever feel a bit more adventurous. The menu is not letting you down. Food chains, and instead of having only the safest options backed with customer data and research to maximize sales, there's always some random menu items in there that has absolutely
Pepper beep, grinder beep. That's supposed to say chili chicken, pepper chicken, grinder chicken, chicken 65, and vegan noodles.
nothing to do with the rest of the menu. Like the most random you can imagine. Some random pizza slice, a fried rice that's been in the freezer for 2 years, or a soda brand that you've never seen once in your life. Nobody knows why they're there, so
Yeehaw.
logically it's on you to find out. You just order it out of pure curiosity, expecting it to be an astronomical mistake, but somehow it slaps just as hard as anything else on the menu. Okay, and menu items usually aren't very good. Orders them, they really have been sitting on the freezer already made, so they're just gonna throw it in the microwave. So you really are on your own if you're gonna order any of those. But the point is that a chain would never risk that. I'm talking about risking customer satisfaction, not food poisoning. Every single item's been carefully put in there with zero risks. But a local spot just throws stuff on the menu because the owner felt like it one day. I've personally seen a grape soda from a country I couldn't even point to on a map, just sitting in the fridge next to the regular Cokes, just looking at me, waiting for me to grab it. And when you ask about it, the guy literally just goes, "Oh yeah, that's good," and walks away. And a lot of the time, the weird stuff on the menu isn't random at all. It's just not made for you. Half these places aren't cooking restaurant food. They're cooking whatever their own family actually eats, or if they do any of the regular stuff, it often has its own taste. He's selling you what his mom actually made. The chains are people pleasers, but Muhammad's really just bold. He's just like, if you don't like it, then don't come here. That's why it sometimes tastes like nothing you've ever had before. Like, it's not even a fusion. It's not inspired by anything, but rather it's just the real thing that happened to end up in a strip mall. Once you've ordered, you often get to watch the whole thing happen right in front of you. There's no hidden kitchen in the back. Instead, you can see the guys literally right there flipping your weight, and you can see exactly what's going into it the whole time. There's something about watching your own food get made from scratch right in front of your face that it just hit than trusting a drive-thru window that you can't even see past. Then the food actually lands in front of you, and here's the part you can literally taste the second you take a bite. Nothing about this food feels standardized. See, chain restaurant food tastes identical whether you're getting it across town or across the country.
Because that right there, saying when you be trying to try different food, saying that it does sometimes that does hit, and sometimes it really doesn't hit. That just depends how the way you go at it, bro. Cause you could go at this mug in many ways, but I always go with a safe route when I like how I use Chinese as a thing. I always use that as the safe route. I ain't gonna hold you, saying, but gotta get the chicken and fries, bro. If it's not chicken and fries,
It has exactly the same ratio, the same ingredients, same everything every single time. And that's because the recipe's been exactly the same for Muhammad's Kebab doesn't swing like that. The sauce might be a little spicier on one visit, even though you keep ordering the medium heat one, and the meat is always cut different every single time. But that's the own food out of his heart instead of following some instruction sheet carved into a stone. These guys don't need those. The food tasted a bit different every single time, and that's a blessing. One time you might catch the guy in a genuinely good mood, and he just tosses on extra meat for no reason. Muhammad doesn't answer to any of that. He just felt like it that day. And if something's actually off with your order, that's when you notice the last piece. His name is literally on the building. Now you might ask how that's relevant to the food or the experience as a whole, but it is. If a chain restaurant messes up an order, it's just some random employee that shrugs it off and moves on. But if Muhammad messes up an order, that was it. Time to close the doors. Because these people are putting their entire name, identity, and reputation on the line. That's how confident they are in succeeding at their craft, which is tasty food. If something's off with your meal, there's a real chance that the man himself comes out from behind the counter, not to argue with you, but to actually check what went wrong and fix it on the spot. A chain's customer service line just gives you a bot asking you to rate your experience from 1 to 5. So that's why these spots hit different. Everything from the second you spot the building to the last bite is stacked in a way a chain just simply can't replicate. But how do you actually find these niche places? Well, first of all, you shall ignore the review count and pay attention to the ratio instead. A chain's gonna have thousands of reviews sitting at a safe 4.1. Because it's food.
I ain't gonna hold you. Don't go off reviews off of everything, because some people be lying in the reviews too. So, So I don't go off reviews. I just go off of a person and see how it tastes. Now, if it had my stomach get the then I don't need to eat that no more. Now, if it got my stomach doing the regular, then yeah, that's good then. Now, if my stomach get the stomach get the rolling, ready to come out my system, then No, that I don't know what type of food that is,
that
man.
nobody either really loves or hates. A spot with 90 reviews sitting at 4.8 means 90 people who actually went out of their way to say something, and that's a much stronger signal than a number padded out by people who barely remember even eating there. Also, just watch who's in line. If it's 2 a.m. and the crowd's mostly cab drivers, night shift nurses, and guys getting off work, that's basically a certified stamp of approval, because these are people who eat there constantly and have zero reason to lie about it. And honestly, sometimes it's just as simple as driving around at midnight hungry enough to take the risk on the scuffed building with the flickering LED light, because that's usually exactly where the good stuff's been hiding the whole time. One more tip while we're at it, scroll past the professional looking photos on the listing and go straight for the ones uploaded by actual customers.
Wait, why the dude looking like, oh God, who took this picture? Nah, saying when that one friend trying to post you on Snapchat and you look like this, ain't no way.
The blurry ones taken under bad lighting with a to-go container half open on someone's dashboard, because those show you what it actually looks like. So next time that hunger hits at some ungodly hour, just skip the drive-thru and go find the shack. Of course,
I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I wouldn't trust that at night to eat that. Do that throughout the day. Now, throughout the day, I know they ain't gonna mess up your meal throughout the day, but at nighttime, that's kind of low key suspicious. I'm not gonna hold. Like at best, as McDonald's, if you ain't craving McDonald's, my guy, you might as well go to that Cane's or that Burger King or other. They got plenty of fast food spots. Don't go to no suspicious building at like 2 in the morning. But I love y'all. I'm out on the road to 700.